For a century, MTE has provided a paycheck for Menominee mill workers, a way of life for Menominee lumbermen, and an economic base for the Menominee community. But what may be most remarkable about Menominee Tribal Enterprises' 100 years is that the mill remains surrounded by trees. The entire reservation is one of the most densely forested parts of Wisconsin. There are more trees today than before the mill was built.
At that time, we had 1.3 billion feet of timber on a reservation. We now have over 1.7 billion feet.
Many companies credit a founder or CEO for their success. At MTE, it's Chief Oshkosh, who in the 19th century advised cutting selectively and sustainably, moving slowly from east to west.
When you reach the end of the reservation, turn and cut from the setting sun to the rising sun, and the trees will last forever.
And they have lasted. When the other great forests of northern Wisconsin were stripped bare, this forest remained, but not because it had been left alone.
When at first glance it looks like a forest that hasn't been managed. It's anything but that. It's a managed forest.
Marshall Pecor knows. He's managed the forest for years. His staff determines the time to harvest each tree and tells the loggers how it should be done.
The things that we do is intelligent tinkering. We don't have all the answers, but one of the important things of tinkering is keep all the pieces. So we're trying to keep all the pieces of the forest together. It is part of their ancestral lands, and I think seeing the forest and seeing it held intact, I think has enabled the Menominee to maintain their cultural identity.
An identity expressed in simple ways, like "have a nice day" in the Menominee language, or more grand, like when the mill was honored at the annual powwow.
The mill was built in 1908. It's quite an achievement, and this is only the first 100 years.
The mill has also been honored with a trophy case worth of national awards for its green business practices, and visitors from all over the world come to study their methods. But what may be hardest to teach is Marshall Pecor's sense that the forest is the Menominee people.
So I think, the forest is kind of the body. The water can be viewed as kind of the blood going through the veins. So I think there is that relationship. And I think most Menominees feel that, in their hearts.